Welcome to the Negatory Seminar. I luckily am not on stage for very long because you're all here not to really see me or Somnio, but you're really here to see Mr Peter Davison, the International Service Manager from Phuket International Hospital.
Before I talk a little bit about myself, if I can just show you a little video of the hospital, because I think that visual images are much better than me sort of talking too much, so just bear with me a moment. But I think that this video will show you some of the pictures of my hospital, which is a full, what we call acute care hospital. It's about 170 beds, and we will be expanding in about 18 months to take that over to 300 beds, which will make it a very large hospital. It's large now, but it's going to be larger. We have about 70 doctors working with us at the moment. This is for all of the hospital. And we have about 550 staff working with us. So we are very, very well set up to look after foreign patients, or Australians, Americans, Europeans, Scandinavians, etc. We have a very large international department which I manage. I have about 13 coordinators working for me, and they are from Russia and Japan, Scandinavian countries, Germans, French, because we just provide a service to them in their own language as well. What I want to do tonight is talk a little bit about my hospital, about what we do, and give you some idea about why so many Australians choose to come to Phuket, and particularly Phuket International Aesthetic Centre, for their plastic surgery needs. A little bit about myself. As I say, I manage the international services arm of the hospital, which is more than just the plastic surgery. It's anything to do with foreigners coming into Phuket International Hospital. I am a nurse, and I'm also a paramedic, and I've got about 12 years senior management experience in hospitals, both here in Australia and in Thailand. This hospital, Phuket International Hospital, is my third hospital. We opened hospitals up in other parts of Thailand, and I've been in Thailand now for about total of about 18 years. About 7 years of those I've been with Phuket International Hospital, so I'm not quite as old as I look. I think that one of the things I want to put across to you tonight, and something that we as an aesthetic centre or plastic surgery department, and something that we really do strive for, are these principles regarding quality, customer satisfaction and safety. A lot of people ask me about the certifications of the hospital and the aesthetic centre. We are internationally certified. We use an international certification brand called ISO 9000, 9002, but we also in October this year will be accredited under this new accreditation system called JCI. JCI, and I'll try to get the lingo and the jargon out of it, but JCI is one of the most advanced and demanding accreditation systems in the world. It's based on the American system, and it supersedes, in my opinion, the Australian Healthcare Association standards, which are applied to accredit any hospital here in Australia. We considered applying the Australian healthcare standards to us in Phuket, but we elected to go for the JCI standard because it is more internationally known and recognised. And whilst we have a lot of Australians coming to my hospital, and they would understand that you are an Australian accredited hospital, the rest of the world wouldn't understand us. So we've decided to go for JCI, and that accreditation will be, we're very pleased that it'll be given to us in October. So the level of and standards of accreditation are very, very high. We have about 95% of our overall clients are all foreigners. It's actually higher than that, but interestingly, about 70% of our total number of clients that come to our plastic surgery department are Australians. We have 4 plastic surgeons working with us, and I'll talk to you a little bit about each of them individually, but Dr Sangwan, Dr Rashapal, Dr Virawat and Dr Bunchai, they are all Thai registered surgeons. They all have international experience. They are all members of this international organisation called ISAPS, which is the International Society for Aesthetic Plastic Surgeons. This would be the lead international organisation that accredits and certifies plastic surgeons. The surgeons are all have international experience. They all have done or participated in some type of research, and they all must have done visits and done workshops overseas to even be eligible to apply to come and work with us. Dr. Sangwan is our lead and most senior plastic surgeon. He is also the Thailand Secretariat for the International Society of Aesthetic Plastic Surgeons, and would be, without doubt, one of the most trained and skilled plastic surgeons available in Thailand. I think that if you are considering any plastic surgery or some type of an image change, I suppose some of the questions you'd be asking is, well, why should you consider a place like Phuket International Hospital? I think that some of the important things that we do and what we offer and why we are a little bit different to other providers is that, as far as I know, we are the only plastic surgery department that will offer a guarantee. That guarantee is clearly labelled on our website. It clearly says what we will do and what we won't do. And our guarantee applies to all patients, whether they book with us or book with any of our agents. We offer this guarantee basically because we stand by the level of the service that we deliver. Customer outcomes, quality and safety, as I've said, are very important to us, and we back that up by offering this guarantee. The guarantee, if there is an unforeseen outcome of your surgery would be reviewed by an independent review committee, which is set up, and then we would make a determination whether we provide you with return airfares, accommodation, and a revision of your surgery at no cost to you at all. The full details of this guarantee, by the way, are detailed on the website. Another reason why you may want to consider using Phuket International Aesthetic Centre or Somnio for your travel is basically the cost savings. I would like to say, though, that if you are considering surgery, I think that the first consideration should be the quality of the surgeon that you pick. The quality and their ability or their professionalism and competence is most important and overrides things like, oh, I'm going to save a few bucks. But you will save a few bucks. On average, we charge about $3,200 for a breast augmentation. In Australia, it's about $12,000 depending on where you go. And as you can see by this list, the savings are considerable across all a range of plastic surgery. I would suggest that generally we would be about 1/3 the cost of the procedure that you're having in Australia compared to what you'd have with us. And this would also be the same for dental. The other thing that's in your favour, very much so, is the exchange rate. The Australian dollar has been doing very, very well against the Thai baht, and whilst we haven't changed the price of our breast augmentations in the last few years, it's still 105,000 baht. Back in 2009, it would cost you $3,800 for that breast augmentation. But now that the exchange rate has become so strong, that exact same procedure is now only going to cost you about $3,100. We also provide concierge services. Again, we are very focused on client satisfaction, making sure that our clients have a seamless experience. Our concierge services are available to anybody if you book with Somnio. We are also a little bit different in terms that we have what we call partner doctor network, or our partner clinic network, and throughout Australia we work very closely with our partner doctors in all of the major capital cities and in Brisbane, and we have one here on the Gold Coast. And what our partner doctors do, they're Australian doctors or Australian surgeons that work very closely with us for any pre-arrival type information we may need, and for any post-operative or after you return and come back to your home. If you have any issues, you can go and see that partner doctor, and that partner doctor would then liaise and coordinate directly with my surgeons or my staff. First of all, if you are considering having any type of plastic surgery or an image change, then you do have a choice. I would encourage you to do your research and get as much information as you can. But I firmly believe that the most significant influencing factor would be the surgeon that you pick. But I think that what we offer is as good as, or even better, than what is available here in Australia. To finalise this all up, I really don't think that you're placing yourself at any additional risk by having surgery done at Phuket International Hospital. To some degree, I think that you are minimising that risk. There are no superbugs. There is no MRSA. Our infection rates are much lower than Australian hospitals. There is no obligation to proceed with your surgery until after the face-to-face consultations with our surgeons. We don't require any payment up front, and you can cancel at any time.
On behalf of both of us, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate your time. I want to say a big thank you to our Somnio team up the back there. Have a wonderful night. Thank you.